The Sumerians were a fascinating ancient civilization, known for their remarkable advancements in various fields. They resided in Mesopotamia, a region often referred to as the cradle of civilization, where the first cities and writing systems emerged. The Sumerians left behind a wealth of knowledge, meticulously recorded on clay tablets and scrolls. This included intricate tales of gods descending from the heavens, stories that have intrigued historians and researchers for centuries. These gods were called the Anunnaki, a term that has sparked much debate and speculation. The Anunnaki played a pivotal role in Sumerian mythology, often depicted as powerful beings with immense knowledge. They were believed to have created humans, shaping our very existence. The Anunnaki's influence on humanity, according to Sumerian texts, went beyond mere creation, extending to the imparting of wisdom and skills. They were said to have imparted knowledge and skills to early humans, teaching them the arts of civilization. This helped to shape civilization, laying the foundations for future advancements. This interplay between gods and mortals is a common theme in many ancient mythologies, reflecting humanity's quest for understanding. However, the Sumerian accounts stand out for their detailed descriptions and intriguing parallels with modern scientific concepts, suggesting a deeper knowledge. Could there be more to these ancient stories than meets the eye? Are they simply myths, or do they hold a kernel of truth? Are they simply myths, or could they hold a kernel of truth? This question has fueled countless debates and research efforts. Some researchers believe that the Anunnaki story might be more than just a myth, proposing that it could be based on real events. This line of thinking leads to a very interesting theory, one that bridges ancient mythology with modern science. This theory proposes that human DNA contains traces of snake DNA, a concept that has intrigued geneticists and historians alike. Could this be evidence of the Anunnaki's involvement in our creation? The implications are profound and far-reaching. Let's delve deeper into this controversial claim, exploring the evidence and theories that surround the Anunnaki enigma. The notion that human DNA contains snake DNA might seem outlandish at first. It challenges our understanding of genetics and human evolution. However, proponents of this theory point to certain intriguing pieces of evidence that cannot be easily dismissed. They highlight the similarities between the structure of human DNA and that of certain reptilian species, particularly snakes. These structural resemblances are more than mere coincidences, they argue. Furthermore, they claim that certain genetic sequences found in humans are strikingly similar to those found in snakes. These sequences, they suggest, could be remnants of an ancient genetic experiment. Could this be a result of genetic manipulation by the Anunnaki, an advanced extraterrestrial civilization? The theory posits that the Anunnaki, in their quest to create a workforce on Earth, may have combined their own DNA with that of primates. This hybridization, according to the theory, was intended to produce a more capable and intelligent species. This fusion of extraterrestrial and earthly genes, according to the theory, could explain the purported presence of reptilian DNA markers in our genetic makeup. It suggests a deliberate and sophisticated genetic engineering process. While this claim remains highly speculative, it raises fascinating questions about the origins of humanity and the potential role of ancient astronauts in our evolutionary past. Could our ancestors have been part of a grand experiment? Could the Anunnaki's serpent symbolism be a clue to this genetic manipulation? The recurring serpent imagery in ancient cultures might hold deeper meanings. To understand this, we need to examine the symbolism of serpents in ancient cultures. These symbols might provide insights into the mysterious connections between humans and serpents. To understand the intriguing theory of snake DNA in humans, we first need to delve into the very essence of DNA itself. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is often referred to as the blueprint of life, a term that underscores its fundamental role in biology. It contains the detailed instructions for building and operating every living organism, from the simplest bacteria to the most complex mammals. This remarkable molecule is shaped like a double helix, a twisted ladder with rungs made up of 4 chemical bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. These bases pair in a specific way: adenine with thymine and guanine with cytosine. The specific sequence of these bases determines the genetic instructions encoded within the DNA, essentially dictating the biological characteristics of an organism. Interestingly, the basic structure of DNA is remarkably similar across all living organisms, highlighting the shared heritage of life on Earth. From the simplest bacteria to complex humans, the double helix structure remains largely the same, a testament to the efficiency and universality of this molecular design. This remarkable similarity suggests a common ancestor for all life on Earth, a single origin from which the diversity of life has evolved. However, there are subtle differences in the DNA sequences of different species which account for the unique traits and characteristics of each organism. These differences are what account for the vast diversity of life we see around us, from the tiniest microorganisms to the largest animals. The theory we are discussing suggests that some of these differences, specifically those between humans and snakes, might be evidence of ancient genetic engineering, a fascinating possibility that opens up new avenues of scientific inquiry. Ancient depictions of the Anunnaki often include serpentine imagery. Statues and carvings frequently portray these deities with snakes or dragon-like creatures. Could this be a symbolic representation of their supposed genetic manipulation of humans? One striking example is the image of Ningishzida, a Sumerian god associated with the underworld and often depicted with serpents. Ningishzida was considered a guardian of knowledge and a healer, but also a deity with a dark side. This duality is mirrored in the often contradictory symbolism of snakes throughout history. They are seen as both symbols of death and rebirth, wisdom and deceit. Could this duality reflect the Anunnaki's own nature as described in Sumerian texts? Section 5. The serpent symbolism. Snakes hold a prominent place in the mythology and symbolism of many cultures around the world. They are often associated with wisdom, healing, and transformation. Consider the serpent wrapped around the staff of Asclepius, the Greek god of medicine, or the shedding of a snake's skin, symbolizing rebirth. However, snakes are also often linked to chaos, danger, and even death. This duality is evident in the biblical story of Adam and Eve, where the serpent tempts them with forbidden knowledge, leading to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. The Anunnaki's association with serpentine imagery could be interpreted in several ways. It might represent their advanced knowledge and their role as creators. Alternatively, it could symbolize the potential dangers of their intervention in human affairs. Section 6. A matter of interpretation. The theory that human DNA contains snake DNA and that this is linked to the Anunnaki relies heavily on the interpretation of ancient texts and symbolism. While the Anunnaki are depicted with serpents, it's important to remember that symbolism in mythology is rarely straightforward. Snakes could represent many things: wisdom, power, even simply the natural world. Attributing a single definitive meaning to these symbols across different cultures and time periods can be misleading. Furthermore, the theory often jumps from correlation to causation. Just because human DNA shares some similarities with snake DNA and the Anunnaki are depicted with serpents doesn't necessarily mean there's a causal link. Section 7. The scientific perspective. From a scientific standpoint, the claim that human DNA contains snake DNA is highly unlikely. While it's true that all living organisms share a common ancestor and therefore some degree of genetic similarity, the idea of direct insertion of snake DNA into the human genome by the Anunnaki is not supported by current scientific understanding. Genetic engineering is indeed possible, but it requires sophisticated techniques that were unlikely to be available to ancient civilizations, even if they were technologically advanced. Furthermore, extensive genetic analysis has not revealed any evidence of direct genetic manipulation by an extraterrestrial species. The similarities between human and snake DNA can be explained by convergent evolution, where different species evolve similar traits independently due to similar environmental pressures or functional requirements. Section 8. Between myth and science. The theory of snake DNA in humans, linked to the Anunnaki, highlights the enduring allure of ancient mysteries and the human desire to find meaning in our past. While the theory itself may not hold up to scientific scrutiny, it encourages us to ask bigger questions about our origins, the nature of consciousness, and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. It's important to approach such theories with a healthy dose of skepticism, demanding evidence and logical reasoning. At the same time, we should remain open to the possibility that our current understanding of the universe and our place in it may be incomplete. The search for truth lies in the delicate balance between imagination and scientific rigor. Section 9. A never-ending quest. The Anunnaki theory, while controversial, serves as a reminder that our understanding of the past, and indeed of our own biology, is constantly evolving. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of genetics and uncover more about our ancient ancestors, we may encounter new and surprising discoveries that challenge our current assumptions. Perhaps one day we will uncover concrete evidence that sheds light on the Anunnaki enigma. Until then, the debate surrounding their existence and their potential role in shaping humanity will continue to fascinate and inspire us. The quest to understand our place in the cosmos is a journey that continues to unfold, driven by our insatiable curiosity and our desire to unravel the secrets of our existence.